Alright, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make a simple reflection, and I'm going to try to do it pretty quick and easy for you guys. I know how you like your short tutorials. So in any case, I picked out an image of these apples here, and I only need one of them to show you how to do this, and then I don't really care about the shadows either, so I actually already cut out one of the apples, and I messed it out, and I have it here already. So I created a new layer and copied the apples, and then I cut this one out and shrunk it down a little bit. The next thing I'm going to want to do is create a new layer. I'm going to call that white, because that's going to be my new background. And I will take my paint bucket tool over here in my toolbar, make sure that white is in your foreground here, and I'm going to go ahead and give myself a white background, a nice white clean background so that you can see your reflection. Next thing you need to do is take your apple layer that you've cut out the apple and you copy it. You can do that by dragging that layer down into the new layer area here. And I'll rename that reflection. I do that just so that I know which layer is which, pretty much. Reflection layer I'm going to put underneath the apple layer, because the reflection is going to go up to the apple, but it cannot touch the apple. That's just the way reflections work. Okay, so now you can see that you have two apples, and this one needs to be upside down as to show a reflection. So press Control T, or you can go to Edit, Transform. You go to one of the corners, hold down Shift, and rotate it 180 degrees. Holding down Shift will keep everything consistent, and will stop you at 180 degrees, pretty much. Then go ahead and apply the transform, and you can see what you have here. It kind of is starting to look like a reflection, but as you can see, the light is on the wrong side of the apple. So the next thing you need to do is go to Edit, Transform, and flip horizontal. Okay. Now you have the light on the right side, and you have your basic reflection here. One thing that you can do at this point is go back to your Edit and then Transform. There's all sorts of different things that you can do to kind of distort or skew the image a little bit, and sometimes reflections are elongated or off to one side or the other. But in this case, just to keep things moving here, I'm just gonna keep it the way that it is. Now a reflection is not going to look exactly the same as the top apple, so I'm gonna start by changing my opacity. People do this different ways, but I usually start by going a little opaque. So I'll go to 75% opacity on that reflection layer. That's already starting to look a lot better. And the next thing that I would do is make sure that you're on your mask layer there. And I will take the eraser with a very not very hard brush. I'm going to actually go to 0%. And 800 pixels for the eraser is pretty good, so that you can get a nice soft, just soften up that edge a little bit. And I'll just click around the edge of this apple and let the very soft eraser kind of work on the inside of that apple as well. Okay, now that's what you have. And that's looking more and more like a reflection. And that's where you're at. So that's pretty much it as far as the reflection is concerned. If you want to make it look really real, you're going to want to spend a lot more time on it than obviously what I've done. And you can make these look pretty good. The hardest thing to do is to kind of line these up and make sure that they all line up correctly. And you can kind of use different techniques to do that. You can use guides and things like that. But the light settings are really what's important. It's what always kind of gives you away in Photoshop. So play around with it, see what you can do, and using this technique you can make some really good looking reflections in your ads, and it's a good way to catch people's eyes. So I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel here on YouTube, and you've seen this tutorial from Glazefolio Design Blog. Thank you.